Welcome to the Player One podcast. Yeah, something different. Sam Lawrence here, coming at you solo. As you know, I'm going to break some things down, let you know what happened here with our little podcast. The Player One podcast was myself and Jordan, and Jordan decided that it was not a priority to him. And, that's just not going to work. I'm sorry, but when you've got a podcast, it's got to be a priority to you. It's got to be something you care about. So it took me a little time to step back and kind of collect my thoughts about that and be kind of pissed off a little bit. I'm going to be honest with you because that's how I am, honest, real. A little disappointed. We had a lot of cool stuff lined up. So it took me a little bit of time. We've been off here now, it looks like, for, going on almost, 2 months now, which sucks. And it's not fair to listeners. It's not fair to anybody. And I've gotten a lot of great feedback and a lot of just people telling me, hey, what the hell happened? So we're back here. And what am I doing with it? Well, I've got some cool stuff lined up, honestly. I've got a really precautionary tale. There's going to be a couple episodes coming up with a friend of mine about something that happened to him in the hobby and just, things to look out on. But what has been going on? Well, what hasn't? I mean, if you look at sports, I think the last time I was on, it was probably right around the finals. And, the defeat easily of the Spurs was uncanny, unbelievable. I don't know how it happened. I guess it wasn't their time yet. Some backlash for Wembanyama. I saw a lot, but then, watching his card market, isn't it still just going up? It's insane. I don't see how you afford his cards. I mean, and every time I'm like, oh no, I can't buy that. That's way too high. It just keeps on going up. I mean, it literally just keeps on rising every month. I don't get it. That, and I've really got to talk about what's been going on with the whole GOAT movement, okay? Over the last year or so, you've seen all the influencers, everybody and their mother telling you, forget about rookies, whatever, up-and-comer guys, now they ain't shit. You need to put all of your card collecting, investing, as they call it, into the GOATs. And who am I talking about? I'm talking about an excessive amount of Michael Jordan cards, Steph Curry. And what does that mean exactly? Well, how about the values just go insane? Have we seen what Michael Jordan cards are going for these days? Okay, I'm going to tell you, I had a 1988 Fleer All-Star PSA 9 of Jordan that I picked up for about $300, I want to say maybe a year ago, okay? I ended up selling it like 6 months ago for a G, and I was like, holy crap, this has to be... I believe it's like $1,600 right now. And there's like how many thousand of those out on the market right now? You know what I mean? The pop count is insane. Just like Wembanyama rookies, Prism Wembanyama cards. I know they made them kind of like a short print almost because like Panini was holding back on them. Where did those go? Well, I could probably guess or make some assumptions into the pockets of certain employees that were hanging around the office. But, it's probably going to come back to, if you don't recall, the 1989 Griffey Upper Deck. Upper Deck was just printing sheets of those Griffey cards and using them as a currency in certain places. And I think that's what, is going to happen with the Wembanyama stuff. People have stockpiles of it. I don't know if they work for Panini or... that's not my... I could speculate on it, but who knows, But the prices are just insane. PSA 10, Victor Wembanyama. I'm going to look it up right now. You can see how prepared I am right now. Sorry about that, but I wanted to get this out there for you guys tonight, just to say, hey, I'm back. I'm still hanging around. and we're not really going anywhere at the moment. You know, I'm still here, but I'm just collecting my thoughts because I see a lot of stuff right now in the hobby, and I don't want to come out here and be one of these negative guys, but I'm also not going to come out here and be a cheerleader and say, oh my gosh, this is so great, and Fanatics, I love you, and you guys aren't doing anything shady, and these prices where auctions are selling for millions of dollars, and then the next week it's thousands of dollars, and then I mean, you see what's going on here, right? This is pure manipulation in the market, and it's insane. So I'm not going to sit by and just say, oh, okay, I'm cool with it, because I'm really not. If you haven't noticed, and if you follow me or listen to me in person anywhere, you'll see that I've sold off the majority of my collection. I've really gotten rid of a lot of stuff. Just because I feel like the market's overinflated a little bit. But more importantly, it's like I needed to take a step back. I'm not enjoying the people as much as I used to. I mean, I enjoy the regular people that I get to work with, thankfully. I mean, that's why we do it. It's not just about the cards. It's about the relationships, right? But then I'm finding myself, like, dealing with a bunch of assholes and people that all it is the bottom line. The bottom line, take, and it gets old, man. It really does. It gets exhausting. So I had to take a step back and say, hey, you know what? Let's break this down. And I mean, there's the elephant in the room too when I'm saying that I'm taking a break. PSA not being able to grade bulk it absolutely crushed me. Absolutely crushed. It's hurt my business quite a bit. Just because there's no other way that I can, you know, if I'm selling you a card, okay, you see a comp for this card. Maybe I got a deal on it, right? So maybe, let's say it's $100 comp, right? So maybe I got a deal on it. I got it for $80, right? What do you expect to buy it from me for? If it's $100 comp, well, so you're looking to buy it for 90, 80, lower, right? Okay, so I'm selling that to you. Mind you, I paid for shipping too, so there's another $5 or $10. And let's just say I got a great deal on it. At the end of the day, I'm basically losing money. If you count my time, I'm losing a lot of money, right? Because I'm not going to rip anybody off. I'm going to give you the best deal I can. And here's the thing, though. If I can grade that card and I can see which ones are going to gem and get those 10s, that's a way I can create a margin and then give you a great deal. And then I can still make a little bit of money to keep the lights on, buy some more cards and all that shit. Otherwise, I mean, I'm SOL. I can't just buy raw cards and sell raw cards to people and actually keep the lights on, because I'm going to lose money probably on most of them, if you count the shipping and my time especially. Right now, Victor Wembanyama, $3,240 for his Silver Prism PSA 10 rookie. Holy shit. I mean, and that's from Fanatics. Oh, Fanatics Weekly Auction. Wow. Yep. Everything on there is above board, right? With values, you know, we're keeping everything, making sure that everything's just tip top. You know, it's not 1 week it's this, next week that'll be a $10,000 car, and then next week it'll be $2,000, the following, you know. So you've got this market that you've got the GOATs and Victor Wembanyama. Let's put him in that market too, because he could do no wrong at this point. You've got Victor, and I know he's not a GOAT. You've got MJ, of course, Kobe, Curry, and then that's it. That's all we want. And that's 90% of the people collecting cards right now, for crying out loud, and that sucks for me. Because I don't know about you, but I'm aware of those players. I'm very aware of them. Oh, and I forgot LeBron, excuse me. Kobe, LeBron. I'm very aware of them. All these Jordan cards that seem to, all these old, like, inserts that were not rare or SPs are now $1,000 cards and such. And it's just like everybody's going after these same cards. And what's the fun in that? I mean, I guess. I mean, yeah, he's the greatest. I'm not going to deny that. I sold my Jordan Auto recently. Yeah, that hurt, but why not? You know, sometimes it's good to take everything down and rebuild. That's what I've kind of done. But what happened to collecting some rookies and some guys that are maybe not in the spotlight but have potential. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the Sensabaws, the Strothers, some of these new guys. What's his name? Niederhauser, Anthony Black, of course, Harper, Castle. There's a lot of guys out there that I really, really like. But they're not in those 5 guys. I mean, I guess you could say Harper and Castle, but if you're not going for some of those guys, you can pick up stuff for cheap right now. I just bought a stack of Topps signature basketball rookie autos. Some names that I've noticed, like Nolan Traore, what's his name? Igor. And some of the other guys, Clifford, I believe, the dude for the Suns too. And I paid like anywhere from $3 to $10, not even 10 on most of them, under 10. And I got a huge stack of them. Like, I'm not even kidding. There was 25 or so. And I mean, these guys, why not? I'll spend $5, sure. Some of these guys, one of those 20 guys is going to be good. I guarantee you. In fact, I'm going to say a few of them will. And a few of those guys will turn into something. And, I picked them all up for a couple bucks. And that to me is kind of fun, especially like once I start getting into the players and seeing who they are, maybe I'll expand my collection on them. Or I could just go, tell me which Jordan is cool, King of Cards or whatever. Jeff Wilson, can you please inform me on Kobe's this week? Because I need to know which one I got to go for. Not what I'm into. Sorry. Yeah. So that's what's been going on. I've been liquidating the collection, getting a lot of stuff, and it's time to tear down and start over. With that being said, I mean, I still, I'm always going to be collecting cards. Always going to be collecting cards, but I think it's good once every so many years just to sell everything. I mean, what do you guys think? Let me know. That would be awesome, because if anyone else has ever done that before, it's been hard, definitely, to get rid of everything. But it was time for a change. The pod, my pod partner coming to the conclusion that he was weak and didn't want to do this anymore, that's on him, and so I needed to make some changes. I needed to, get some different cards in my life, get out with the old in with the new, maybe, and mix it up and, just collect stuff that I like and not be told what to like, which is also important. So that's what's been going on in cards. I mean, there's a ton more stuff. I just wanted to give you guys a quick little update here, let you know that I am still alive, and we got some cool stuff coming up too. I've got this interview series coming up with a friend of mine that I think you're definitely not going to want to miss, and that will be starting off here in the next probably 2 weeks, I want to say, maybe 3. But I'm going to start doing these solos and just letting you know that I'm around, I'm hanging out, I'm watching, observing, I'm making my little comments off to the side. Definitely here, not forgotten. Drop a follow on this, whatever, like it, drop me a comment, let me know that you give a shit. Because honestly, that's what got me back doing this again, is the amount of comments I got from people. I haven't been on Whatnot lately, but people messaging me and being like, what the hell happened in the podcast? I actually liked it. Thank you. And I appreciate that. More than you know, but seriously. But that's what's been going on. So I'm out here. Samuel Lawrence Collectibles on IG, Player Worn Podcast. This is one on Monday, July 27th. Just a little solo, letting you know that I'm still here. I will be back at least once a week just to tell you how things are in my world, what I see on cards, what are cards doing, excuse me. PSA, what the hell are you doing? Why are my cards taking so long? Who knows? Why can't I submit anymore? I don't know. If you got a better way to create a margin in this industry rather than grading raw cards without, taking them, charging people absurd prices and making, enough money to keep the lights on, let me know. I'd love to hear about it. No, I don't get allocation or any of that stuff or break or anything. I'm just a singles guy. You know what time it is. Samuel Lawrence here. Look forward to speaking with you again. Player Worn Podcast. Till next time, which won't be very long. Make sure you bookmark, follow it, all that stuff.